And that boulder will stay right there covering up the tomb. No resurrection of changing of the maps.
Okay.
He's been kind of doing the media rounds, okay? I know he spoke to our news partners at Wish TV, and Governor Braun said he wants to focus on more kitchen table legislation, things that actually matter to the people that go out and vote every day and go to work every day.
Did he mention property tax?
Well, he did.
Did he?
And this is where a lot of people kind of get sideways, because he was kind of doing a victory lap on property taxes.
What?
Governor Braun, quote, "When you look at 2/3 of Hoosiers, they're going to be paying less on their property taxes. It flattened out the trajectory." That's what Governor Braun said.
Come on, man. Is he talking about the $250 credit? Like look, I'll get $300. I'll admit that. I mean, I get the $300 credit. That's fine. But that's completely underwhelming. The deal that they worked out, I looked at Governor Braun's face and told him that, and he told me, and he looked back at me, if you remember, and he said, I agree.
We told him that right to his face.
I don't think Governor Braun's a bad guy, but $300 is a drop in the bucket for most people.
Who's advising him on this property tax victory lap? Because you're right, Nigel. I want to root for the guy. He's been great to us.
Yes.
Super nice guy. He's scheduled to be in studio with us tomorrow. And maybe we can have these conversations with the governor tomorrow. But whoever is telling you, do a victory lap on what happened with property taxes, stop. Abort. Do not do that anymore, because you're going to be laughed out of the room, because nobody feels like that was a good compromise or a good deal. Nobody.
Well, here's the question we really have to deal with Governor Braun coming in studio. He expects a Miller Lite, because it's at the end of his day. It's his last thing he does. He's been being driven around, so he's not driving. But we don't even have a beer fridge. We're not allowed to have drinks in the studio. What do we do?
I think we have the governor write an executive order stating that the Hammer and Nigel show is allowed to do this. Maybe we can get him on the record tomorrow for this. So again,
I love it.
Tomorrow, right around 4:15, Governor Mike Braun in studio. We'll get his reaction to the redistricting situation. Is there still any beef with him and Senate Pro Tem Rod Bray? We'll talk about what's next for the General Assembly. This nonsense of doing a victory lap on whatever that was with the property taxes, and maybe, just maybe, an executive order on beer and drinks in the studio.
You know, the last time he was in studio was at our old building, and we had, of course, a Miller Lite we were all drinking some Miller Lights during this segment. And somebody screen captured that of him taking a Miller Lite. Oh, the governor must be stressed out because of redistricting and all the controversy that's going on. No, he's having a beer at the end of the day, douchebag.
Right.
Did you happen to see that? That rubbed me the wrong way.
It doesn't matter what he would have had. It would have been a bottle of water, and somebody would have complained about it. But no, like, joking aside and fun stuff aside, we do have some serious things to bring up to the governor.
Absolutely.
And we'll do that tomorrow at around 4:15 here on this program. Some other things from around Central Indy. This was a story that was, I think, broke by Mirror Indy, journalistic outlets. A lot of the writers there, they've been really good at covering the sexual harassment story involving the mayor's office here in Indy. And Lauren Roberts, one of the accusers, she was the one that had a relationship of some kind with Thomas Carl Cook, the right-hand man, the chief of staff of Boss Hogsett.
I believe she was accusing harassment, though, right?
What's that?
I believe she was accusing harassment.
Yes. Right, that's what we said, one of the accusers.
Yeah.
And she also says Joe Hogsett knew what was going on and didn't do anything about it. Well, she went and spoke at a city county council meeting earlier this year.
I remember that.
And she was kicked out. She was kicked out, and it was ordered by Vop Osley, the council president. also one of the great butt sniffers in the city council. You find Joe Hogsett, you'll find Vop Ostley, because Hogsett's anus is connected to Vop Ostley's nose. Well, anyway,
Good Lord,
Roberts is now suing the city of Indianapolis for $50,000 in damages, claiming that when the sheriffs removed her from that meeting, not only was it like physically, difficult on her, it was humiliating, it was embarrassing when all she did was go to the council meeting like you're supposed to do and voice your grievances.
Okay. All right. Did she go over her time limit? Was she discussing what was supposed to be discussed, had planned to be discussed? I'm not saying that there's room for flexibility and the rules can be bent and broken, but they should have probably let her keep talking. But is it $50,000 in damages worth of, like, does this deserve a lawsuit? Because if they were acting in a way that yeah, look, if anybody did this.
Do they throw everybody out like with a choke slam out the door if they go over their time? Does everybody get that treatment?
I don't think she got.
Because
she got a
if
WWE
everybody got the
choke slam.
Undertaker picking you up and giving you the tombstone out the door,
that would be different.
Then okay, fine. But I don't think everybody gets thrown out and escorted out aggressively the way that she did.
Okay.
And it sounds to me like Boss Hogsett ordered his little lapdog, Vop Ostley, to kick this woman out because she was embarrassing the office, and now her reputation's been damaged. She's the victim here in all of this because Thomas Carl Cook couldn't control himself, allegedly. She points it out. She's the one that should be the victim here, but yet Boss Hogsett's making the city county council look like the victims in all of this. It's so gross. And again, don't forget that this is still a thing, that the sexual harassment in the mayor's office was a major story. And did any of those dirtbags across the street at WTHR cover that story? No. Very few people in this city did. We did. We talked about it. I will give a hat tip to like Fox 59 and I think even Wish TV. They covered this.
And then places like Indie Reporter, those guys that Rob Kendall talks to a lot.
But then it had a short, 48 hours in the news cycle?
Indie Star.
And that's it. Just a 48 hours in the news cycle and everybody moved on. I promise you, had that been Todd Rokita, had that been Governor Braun or Micah Beckwith, they'd still be covering this. You'd have Russ McQuaid camped outside of somebody's house, just hoping and praying they do something stupid and maybe have a gun. But no. This sexual harassment in the mayor's office is a huge deal. And the report that the city paid to investigate it was bought and paid for by the mayor's office.
What a waste of money.
I mean, absolute waste of money. So
I hope Russ McQuaid's fedora, if he is camped out, is like weatherproof and resistant. You got to spray some stuff on that thing to protect the leather.
And I know he'll probably have a guitar because he likes to quote song lyrics. I feel like the guitar protects him from all the scary people with guns. Matt Bear, what's going on?
What's going on, everybody? Looking at northbound 65. That is a crash before 465 with a slowdown back to Southport Road. Also, southbound 465 on the east side slows from 70 down to 74. Inbound 69, stop and go traffic 106th Street to 465. And southbound 65 slows from Whitestown Parkway to 865, the Dogleg. Traffic sponsored by 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning. Winter temps are here. Get your heating tune-up with 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning. They will have your system ready for these chilly nights with 24/7 availability. Book at onehourairindy.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, not too bad outside. Not too bad at all.
It'll be better tomorrow, right?
Right now, sunshine and 45 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. Coming up here in just a little bit. Man, 8 days left until Christmas. We'll get you in the Christmas spirit. And Nigel had a little adventure today. Is the fridge broken? Is the fridge still working? We got to find these answers out next.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Hammer and Nigel to 46220 or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Hello, this is Don Steffi, Executive Director for the Indianapolis Ballet. 'Tis the
that knows Lindsay is listening right now, please don't tell her I called her that. She's out of town. She's not listening anyway. But
She doesn't like being called the old lady.
She certainly doesn't have a problem with calling me the old man, knowing that I'm turning 50 next year. So I'd say we're even. But yeah, man, I think we're good. I think we're good, man. What about you?
Pretty much all done. Got to finish up just a few things, little gift card run, and other than that, rocking and rolling. But if you're looking for a last-minute gift idea, how about this classic album from Hammer and Nigel Records? Allison?
This holiday season, there's only one album that is sure to not offend people. Hammer and Nigel Records presents a non-offensive Millennial Christmas. You won't hear any songs, just a list of reasons why we can't have them. Like, Baby It's Cold Outside.
That's a date rape anthem.
God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen.
It's anti-feminist.
The Little Drummer Boy.
It's not gender neutral, and it's sexist towards female drummers.
Winter Wonderland.
It totally dismisses wonderlands in tropical climates.
Do you hear what I hear?
It's insensitive to the hearing impaired.
White Christmas.
Racist.
No music, no songs, just a list of reasons why the perpetually offended make our lives hell. And backed by popular demand, order now and we'll throw in this bonus album, an Elizabeth Warren Christmas.
Silent night.
Yeah!
Holy night.
It's a non-offensive Millennial Christmas, exclusively on Hammer and Nigel Records.
Last thing we want to do is hurt anybody's feelings,
No,
Nige.
please stop.
Now, you mentioned earlier you had a couple extra $100 that you came into, and on one hand, you could spend it on the, quote, old lady.
Did I say old lady? Forget I said that.
On the other hand, you might be doing some home improvement. You had a bit of a morning.
Has anybody, I was texting you back and forth this morning, has anybody had this happen to them? Their refrigerator, my fridge, like, is not cooling like it should be. And, like, the top portion is 10 degrees warmer than it should be, and the freezer is non-existent. We had to, like, throw away ice cream and stuff. So finally, I talked to some reputable sources. I have somebody come out. $95 fee just to come out, right? Immediately. They didn't touch the refrigerator. They didn't. They didn't. They took the temperature inside and outside, and they looked at me and said, "We can't fix this."
All right, so hold on. Let me make sure I've got this correct. You pay $95 for the expert to come out. He walks in, dude, you're screwed. $95.
They were really good guys. Don't get me wrong. They were awesome. And they were honest with me, and they didn't try to screw me around. The fans and the compressor are still running in my refrigerator, so they theorized they didn't touch the refrigerator. They're like, dude, there's no ice buildup in this freezer. It's something called a sealed system problem that you're going to have to call the manufacturer for, which is I want to say the manufacturer.
So again, the people you call say you've got to call somebody else.
And they're coming out tomorrow for another $100.
Oh, no.
So I'm $200 in. I had to transfer everything in this refrigerator out to my beer fridge, which was originally my house for a decade. That is $95. And so I called the manufacturer, and they're coming out tomorrow for another $100.
And then they're going to call somebody for another $100. It's like a Soprano-style shakedown.
Oh, this is total first world problems, man. But I know everybody's been through it. Have you been through? You've been through this.
Oh, I had some foundation issues at the house where we had a company come by.
That's even worse than my problem.
When they call me now, I tell them, lose my number. Please don't ever call me again, because that's how angry I was at this foundation company.
But, man, I just to show up the $95 and then, I know we can't fix this, so call the manufacturer. And I was lucky enough to get them to come out tomorrow because the refrigerator is a big deal, right?
Gotta have a fridge.
Gotta have a fridge. I'm lucky enough to have the older one in the garage.
And what I appreciate is that you took it upon yourself as the father of the man of the house to drink all the beer in the fridge to make room for all the groceries. That's what champions do, Nige. That's what champions do.
That's exactly what I spent my morning doing.
It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Experience the wonder of happy Honda days at Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Lease a 2025 Accord SE for $317 a month and 0 down, or finance as low as 3.99% APR. Prefer an SUV? Lease a 2025 Pilot Sport all-wheel drive for $489 a month with 0 down, or financing as low as 4.49% APR. Don't miss happy Honda days at Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Tax not included with approved credit through Honda Financial. In-stock new Hondas only, not combinable with other offers. $10K a year, all fees and first payment due at signing. Offer ends January 1st, 2026. See dealer for details.
'Twas the night before the holidays, and all through Indiana, not a parent was stressed, nor were grandpa or grandma. The children's gifts were marked off the list. Indiana 529 education savings plans were sure to be a hit.
I know you're counting down the days to Christmas. What, 8 days? Is that what you said?
8 days.
But our third annual Red, White, and Bowl event presented by Jack Daniels is happening January 16th, Woodland Bowl, raising money for veterans. And we have many, many, many lanes sold already. Please get in on the action. WIBC.com. It's pizza buffets. It's Jack Daniels. It's 3 hours of bowling.
Prize giveaways. There's an auction. Nigel and I usually go lane to lane and have libations with folks. And it's such a good time, man. You get 3 hours of bowling, so you're getting your money's worth. Perfect dudes night out. Perfect company, corporate, team building thing.
I know personally of a couple companies that have bought lanes. Like that's their Christmas party.
Excellent, man. I love it.
Some people have their Christmas parties after the holidays. It's a little cheaper. So don't wait on this, though, man. That's the thing.
And with Christmas, again, 8 days away, perfect gift idea. Like if you're looking for an outside-the-box gift idea, if you have somebody in your house that likes to bowl, if you have somebody in your house that likes to drink beer or eat pizza or any one of the combinations, if they like Jack Daniels, please buy them tickets to this event, and it all benefits a great charity.
It's Bowlers to Veterans Link.
Bowlers to Veterans Link.
Yeah.
Hoosier veterans in need. All the money is going to stay here in Indy.
Yes.
That's important to us. We're going to take care of the Hoosiers that we're trying to take care of us serving in the service. So get your tickets right now. I don't have an update on how many lanes have been sold. As of a couple days ago, it was 11 full lanes.
It's got to be more than that now.
Probably more than that now. So do not wait. Get your tickets right now at WIBC.com. All right. We've got an update on crying Chuck Schumer. So I think
really?
Something we haven't done in quite a while. Can we have the Chuck Schumer theme music, please?
I didn't know that was the theme music, or I had forgotten it at the very least.
He's like dancing, grilling out right now with the frozen meat. The grill's not turned on.
The cheese is on top of the frozen patty.
Very upset, very angry. Some would say livid.
Oh, no.
Chuck Schumer stormed up to Pete Hegseth and Marco Rubio and said that bombing drug dealers turns his stomach. Again, here we go with the angle of we're going to win over the midterms by saying free Venezuelan fentanyl dealers. So Chuck was part of this press conference they did, and he may be exaggerating a little bit. There's no way this dude had the cojones to walk up to Pete Hegseth. You think?
No, not at all. Let's listen to the clip, and then we can, he's saying these narco-terrorist strikes, like you said, it turned his stomach. Oh, so sad.
We had a deeply unsatisfying briefing this morning with Secretaries Rubio and Hegseth. It asked more questions than it answered, and it was just, there is almost no transparency in this administration. And that reveals itself more than anything on revealing what happened on September 2nd. This morning I demanded in front of every senator, to Hegseth's face, that he let every senator see the unedited video of what happened on September 2nd. I've seen it. It turns your stomach.
I think he's talking about the double tap where the drone took out the boat, but the drug boat, but there were a couple of narco terrorists that survived, and they were like, yeah, go ahead and take care of those guys too.
The mission was to eliminate the threat. There was still a threat. The drug dealers were climbing back on the boat. So
the boat that was on fire.
You got to go back and finish the job. And I love that Chuck Schumer's whining about transparency. For 4 years, there was a vegetable in the White House. Joe Biden's in there eating crayons and pooping his pants, falling up the stairs, falling down the stairs. And you didn't say a word until you thought we might lose this election. And then you went and met with Joe Biden and say, we might be going in a different direction here.
Absolutely.
So knock off the transparency crap And again, I'd love to see Pete Hegseth's reaction when little Chuck tries to come walking up there like Scrappy-Doo and saying,
yeah,
what are you doing to these fentanyl
give me
dealers?
a break. Can you imagine I could just hear Hegseth's eyes roll as crying Chuck is coming up to him. And did you see that clip? I think we played, I can't remember if we played it or not, over the weekend when crying Chuck was addressing, he was going to, look, I'm going to talk about what happened in Australia in the mass shooting, but first, go Bills!
Yes.
Oh, that was so cringeworthy. It was talk about these guys are morons, man.
They don't know how to be regular people.
They don't know how to read the room.
Right.
And to mention that shooting in Australia in the same breath, in the same sentence, in the same context as the Bills-Patriots game. But first, I want to say, go Bills, always. Bills first. It was...
And look, that could happen on both sides of the aisle. Remember when President Bush was talking about some sort of terrorist attack, and then he turned around and said, watch this drive. And Chuck Schumer was doing. And listen to the way he refers to people trying to bring fentanyl to the United States to kill your children. He calls them struggling survivors.
I'd like to share with you my concerns about the second strike that killed struggling survivors clinging to the shipwreck on September 2. But I can't fully explain.
Okay, you
why
can
this
stop
is...
it right there.
Wow.
Struggling survivors. Like, when I think of struggling survivors, I think of somebody like in the movie Alive, where they had that horrible plane crash. I think it was in the Andes or something.
They had to start eating each other.
That's struggling survivors.
The hiker, the guy that got his arm caught in between the two rocks as he was hiking and had to chop it off with like a pocket knife.
Right.
That's a struggling survivor.
Not fentanyl dealers from Venezuela.
Narco terrorists who should have been killed initially on the first blast, they got double tapped. So that September 2nd again is that date when that happened. And everybody's so worried about those guys. Sorry. You dabble in the narco drug trade, some stuff's bound to happen.
Right.
That doesn't go your way.
There's a reason why there's a lot of turnover in that job as the narco boat captain. There's a lot of turnover in that.
Like those guys are on those boats. I couldn't imagine them volunteering for that. They're being voluntold by the cartel, by the heads of the cartels and their underlings. Yeah, you're hopping on this boat. You're going to give it your best shot. Good luck, buddy.
There is one Democrat. Maybe there's more, but there's one that's outspoken that isn't on board with making these guys heroes. Once again, voice of reason, John Fetterman.
This idea, some things out in the media, it's kind of putting out this that the military is just picking off, any boat that comes across. That's just not true. I mean, there's extensive intelligence, and they know exactly who's on that boat, and they know what's actually on that boat right now. And it's quite frequently they decline to take it and to move on those things. When they move on those kinetic kinds of strikes, they have absolute confidence that who's on it and what's on it, and that's exactly what it's about. They're not just going around randomly just shooting boats and those things. That's just not the fact. It's
not a game of Battleship. They're not just randomly guessing which boat it is. Hit! It's a hit!
But that's the narrative the Democrats and the left want you to think is happening right now in their Pacific. Like just random fishing boats. These guys are just fishermen.
Just like he was a Maryland man.
Right. Just a Maryland man.
He's a dad.
Yeah, that was trafficking in Tennessee.
And a member of MS-13.
Yeah.
These guys may be trying to bring fentanyl to kill all of your children, but they're struggling survivors. Nigel, according to a new study, singing Christmas songs is good for your health.
No kidding.
The studies have shown that singing Christmas songs lowers blood pressure, extends your lungs, stimulates your brain in multiple ways. And doing it in social settings is even better because it helps you bond, even with total strangers.
Yeah, my 11-year-old has been very, very good at this. We bought a record player, and she bought some old school Christmas songs, and we were wrapping presents over the weekend, had the songs on in the background. It was the most relaxing time I've ever had.
And it's
until
good for
we started
you now.
watching the Colts game.
It's good for you,
And
apparently.
it's good for us.
So say no more. I've
Yes.
got what everybody needs.
What's
This
that?
is for everybody's health. This is Mariah Carey's unedited, isolated vocals from a concert she did in New York.
Make my wish come true. Ooh, you, baby. Ooh, you. So make my wish come true.
You could do a better job than this.
For Christmas
I can literally feel my blood pressure lowering. Thank you, Mariah. It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
Well, Bryce and Joe Lee from PA Jewelers in Brownsburg make you feel at home, no pressure. They have got the biggest selection at the best prices. If you're Christmas shopping on a budget,
against Alabama.
Good game.
Oh, man. Odds makers basically have that as a pick 'em.
Yeah.
I think Oklahoma might be a 1-point favorite, but nobody's beaten Alabama twice in a season in like 133 years that they've been playing football. So Oklahoma beat them in the regular season.
Okay.
But this is something totally different. So
you tell me, who do you want to play? Who does IU want to play?
well, I don't know about IU, but I think the Hammer and Nigel show wants it to be Alabama.
You think so?
Because nobody makes fun of hillbillies better than I do. Nobody hates those Roll Tide, non-butt wipers down from Alabama more than this kid from Rocky Top.
No.
I can't wait for a full, week and a half of just crapping all over Alabama. But first, you got to remember, Alabama's got Christmas coming up. So here's a Christmas song that they would play in Alabama.
Okay.
My sister is looking hot this Christmas.
It's in Alabama.
I really have to say, pickings are kind of short here in the trailer court. I'd go for my brother, but that would be kind of gay.
Little.
My sister is looking hot this
Christmas. Roll Tide.
Maybe it's the booze. She really looks mighty fine with a belly of dad's moonshine. She'd be a 10 if she had teeth and shoes.
Oh.
Christmas time
Bravo.
in Alabama. Nice.
You just want Alabama to win so you can make fun of them all week.
Dude, this is going to be the best thing for this show if Alabama beats Oklahoma Friday. Remember when American Idol went down to Alabama and they were doing auditions? Remember this?
I'm just excited to be here, I always sing in the shower. It takes my mind off my male cousins watching me and all.
I'm a huge fan of Reuben Studdard and Taylor Hicks. That's why I named my new baby here Reuben Studdard Taylor Hicks. Over there's his sister, Clay Aiken.
I'm gonna sing an old Southern spiritual that's been around a long time. I think it's called, Free Bird or something.
I'm part of a singing duo. I sing lead and my mullet does harmonies.
That's incredible.
That was the best episode of American Idol ever, when they went down to Tuscaloosa with those booger eaters from Alabama. Oh, it's going to be the best thing for the show, Nige, if Alabama wins that and they play Indiana.
Can I give you kudos and credit? I have never heard the term when describing Alabama or anybody else, those non-butt wipers from Alabama. That's the first time in my 49 years of existence I've heard that description of anybody, much less the Alabama fans.
They are Roll Tide and no wipe. That's what they do down there. Roll Tide, no wipe.
Yes.
All right, coming up next, rumors of a call-in from AI President Trump.
Wow.
Come on back.
You've noticed that your HVAC system can't keep up, but which way should you go?
which made the game kind of fun. And if at any point in a speech or a debate,
Yes.
Joe Biden would say, malarkey, we would jump onto social media,
Do a
Facebook
shot.
Live, Instagram, and do a shot with everybody, like a big cheers. So are we doing that with Trump tonight?
Donald Trump's going to address like some of the narco terrorism going on with Venezuela. I feel like bad hombre.
Bad hombres.
Could be a good.
He broke that out in a debate once.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
some bad
everybody-
hombres coming in with drugs.
Everybody got their panties in a wad over that. Do you have one, or do you think?
Okay, let's do either. Let's do both of these.
Okay.
Bad hombre or coyotes. Coyotes from the southern border.
Coyotes
or
bringing
bad
the drug
hombres.
in.
Predominantly, we're going to hear about Venezuelan drug dealers tonight, not so much Mexican cartel.
Can I tell you, I'm looking at a post from an influencer on Twitter right now, Colin Rugg. You know that name?
Yes.
You know Colin Rugg? He puts out a lot of great content, great clips. And he's got this clip of Tucker Carlson talking to Judge Napolitano.
Used
We
to be
all
on
know-
Fox.
Used to be on Fox. Used to be a contributor. This was from 2:00 earlier this afternoon. New. Tucker Carlson says a member of Congress told him that President Trump will be announcing tonight that a war is coming during his address.
So is this like the war on drugs war or
This is-
an actual war?
Let me fit it. Judge Napolitano, quote, is Trump going to start a war in Venezuela? Carlson, I don't know the answer. Here's what I do know so far, which is that members of Congress were briefed yesterday that a war is coming and it'll be announced in an address tonight by 9:00 by the president. Now, I that's not what I've heard Donald Trump is talking about. I thought he was going to talk about the economy and stuff like that.
It's like a year in review speech.
Yes,
And then
yes.
optimism for 2026.
This is, again, this is speculation. I'm just repeating what I'm seeing on Twitter. Colin Rugg is a known, like legitimate source that puts this stuff out here, and I'm watching the back and forth here on Twitter or on X between Carlson and Napolitano. So I don't know. Like,
I think there's a big difference between declaring war on Venezuela and war on drug dealers, right? I think there's a big difference there.
There's no war on Venezuela right now. So
Right.
it's not a war crime that he is destroying these drug boats, right?
Correct.
And
He's done nothing wrong.
I mean, I guess somebody could make a case for crimes against humanity, but these guys are actively trying to smuggle cocaine and fentanyl into our country
To kill all of us. They want us all dead. And Tim Kaine and Chuck Schumer and all these other little weenies, they're sympathetic to the Venezuelan drug lords. I tell you what, let's get to the bottom of this.
Okay.
Let's find out what's really going to happen tonight. Joining us now on the hotline with a preview of what to expect in the big speech tonight, ladies and gentlemen, AI President Trump.
Hammer and Nigel, thanks for having me on. Tonight's speech is going to be amazing. I'm going to just rattle off a list of people I don't like and then close with my press secretary, Caroline Levitt, jumping on a trampoline in a bikini. It's going to be fantastic.
Agreed.
Oh, and I have a deal for you, Hammer and Nigel.
Okay.
If you get to 200 likes on your YouTube feed, I'll bring up Pete Hegseth tonight, and we'll blow up a drug boat live on national TV. Well, I got to run. I have to finish this speech and ask Tom Homan if he has deported Joy Behar yet. AI Trump out.
That's AI President Trump with a little preview for tonight.
Could you imagine? Donald Trump picks up the phone. Holman, is Joy Behar out yet?
Sir, she's from the United States. I don't want to hear any excuses. I'm not here for your excuses. So you heard the president. We got to get to 200 likes on the Hammer and Nigel Show WIBC YouTube.
Oh, man.
If we get to 200, maybe he'll bring up Pete Hegseth tonight live on the address. We're blowing up drug boats, baby.
You could see our new studio. Yeah, just go on the YouTube and check out the new studio and hit like.
Absolutely. We got to get
hard, man.
about 140 more, I believe. 140 more gets us to the point to where AI Trump says he'll bring up Hegseth live in prime time tonight, and we'll blow some people up. Live.
We're going to go live. Here's Pete Hegseth from the Pentagon. We have infrared footage of a narco-terrorist coming from the Pacific Ocean. We're going to...
Count along with us. 3, 2, 1.
That's what I voted for right there. That's what I voted for.
Oh, that would be amazing. Again, I've said before, I would watch an NFL Red Zone channel of us just blowing up narco boats. Like, have the guy that hosts the NFL Red Zone, Scott Hansen, do it. Let's go to the Octo Box. We got drug boats in Venezuela, drug boats in Colombia. We're in the East Pacific. Let's go live. I'm here for it, man. Miss Allison, we've got some high-profile legal stuff.
Ooh.
Crime, punishment, judges, legal stuff.
Nick Reiner in court for the first time today, facing 2 counts of first-degree murder with special circumstances in the stabbing deaths of his parents.
Unbelievable.
No plea entered. His next arraignment has been delayed until January 7th. He's facing possible life sentence without parole or the death penalty.
Yeah, it's California. That ain't going to happen.
No motives disclosed. He was not on camera today. He had a bulletproof vest on, and his attorneys, who are some of the best in the business, made sure that he was not on camera today. take that for what you want.
Look, he's been in and out of rehab, 18 times is what I've read. And Alex Berenson, a friend of our show, who is the leading voice of, everything that happened with COVID and the mandates and the lockdowns and the vaccines. He's gotten into some other things now that the COVID's kind of nothing now. He made a good point. He said, what this guy's been to rehab 18 times, maybe jail would have fixed him.
A night or two in jail may have been a better use of resources. And you know what?
Not even a night or two, a month or two.
When Matt Baer joins us on Friday, I want to pick Matt's brain about this. Like, if you've got a guy who's clearly got problems, mentally, substance abuse-wise, all things in between, would a night or two in jail would have been better than some sort of glorified hotel stay of a rehab? Because, again, I don't know his conditions in rehab, but knowing what we know about Hollywood and Beverly Hills, I'm willing to bet he wasn't roughing it.
And those Hollywood, Beverly Hills rehabs, I've read, I don't know it for sure, it's speculation, but they make it so you want to come back to rehab after you get out.
It's like the nicest hotel you've ever been to.
Right? You relapse, and then you want to come back. And that's a thing, man.
So when Matt joins us on Friday for his segment, I want to get his thoughts on that because he can come with a perspective that not many can. Real quick before we hit a break here, I thought this was brilliant. J.D. Vance speaking to a crowd, and
the VP.
Somebody asked him.
Friend of the show.
Oh, that's right. Somebody asked him, are you a conspiracy theorist at all? Because Susan Wiles, Trump's advisor, did some interview, and it was completely taken out of context, but there were a couple different quotes that are floating around. And she claims that sometimes J.D. Vance can be a little conspiracy theorist. Well, J.D. was asked about it, and I thought this was a perfect answer.
Sometimes I am a conspiracy theorist, but I only believe in the conspiracy theories that are true. I believed in the crazy conspiracy theory back in 2020 that it was stupid to mask 3-year-olds at the height of the COVID pandemic, that we should actually let them develop some language skills. I believed in this crazy conspiracy theory that the media and the government were covering up the fact that Joe Biden was clearly unable to do the job. And I believed in the conspiracy theory that Joe Biden was trying to throw his political opponents in jail rather than win an argument against his political opponents. So, at least on some of these conspiracy theories, it turns out that a conspiracy theory is just something that was true 6 months before the media admitted it.
Oh, I'm here for that. Absolutely here for that. That's great. Matt Bear, what's going on?
All right, everybody, looking at northbound 465 on the east side. That slows from Penn Pike up to I-69. Inbound 69, 3-minute delay, 106th Street to 465. Inbound 65, delayed 4 minutes from MLK to Meridian. Eastbound 70, stop and go traffic from Belmont into the south split. Southbound 65, 70, loaded from the north split to the south split because of construction. Crash northwest side, Michigan Road is 62nd. Crash northeast side, Allisonville Road at East 56th Street. Traffic sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is inside your Macy's store where you can find last-minute gifts under $20. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Find a location at macy'sbackstage.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
96 more likes to go. That gets us to 200, Nige.
That's nothing.
96.
Come on.
We need 96 awesome, badass Hoosiers. People who look good naked. People who believe in this country and believe in their families. And people who find Allison to be the sexiest woman alive. We need all of you to rush to the WIBC YouTube page. Give us a like. Give us a thumbs up. Help us get to 200. Don't let AI President Trump down. He wants 200. That's what we're looking for. Right now, 43 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. Is this anything next?
While you may not have to travel around the entire world on Christmas Eve, it's nice to know
It depends upon what the meaning of the word is. Yeah.
Is this anything?
All right, let's rock and roll.
Brought to you by the Attorney General's office. Reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every single week. Fast, easy, and free to search. You might have some money floating around out there, Hammer. Just type your name in to indianaunclaimed.gov.
No money for me, but my grandparents, who are no longer with me, they've got money. So I talked to my old man, and he's going to work on trying to get their money. So
I talked to a high up in this organization, like the highest of the high, and he pulled me aside and he heard our commercial for indianaunclaimed.gov. He's got 500 floating around out there.
Oh, high up in the station. I thought you meant you talked to Todd Rokita.
No, no, this is
You
Todd
talked to the
Rokita.
Attorney General.
This is Todd Rokita's thing. No, in our organization.
Oh, I got it. I gotcha.
And I won't say what the money's from. It's nothing illicit or anything, but the guy likes sports. Let's just put it that way.
Say no more.
Okay.
Is this anything? An Amazon delivery driver dropped off a package at a home in California and then took one of their cats from the front porch with him.
I saw this, yeah.
He's a cat porch pirate. He was caught on camera. Here's the cat's owner talking about what they saw on the camera.
So I thought he was just petting her for a second. I had to rewatch it a couple of times because it is hard to see. It's dark. And he doesn't carry her very nicely. I see her little tail and I'm like, oh my God. I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Yeah, that's something. That sucks. The company told her that they identified the driver, but they haven't been able to reach him. The police are involved. She's filed a report with the sheriff, but she told me the news outlet that it could be weeks or even months before someone could work on her case. So that cat is gone.
So
Why would you?
Hold on. Let me make this. I want to make sure I understand this, okay?
Yes, yeah.
We've got video of somebody taking a random cat, and a hunt is on. But in one of the biggest colleges and universities in the country, Brown University, nothing. That happened to be just in the one area where there was a dark spot and no cameras could pick up any activity.
Well, not only that, but the company, the Amazon knows who it is, knows the driver.
They're not going door to door like Brown. They're not going door to door.
That's right. Brown's going door to door. I don't necessarily think the situation is comparable. I understand what you're getting at in terms of identifying the assailant. But man, who do your cats go outside?
No.
Okay. Your indoor cats.
Yes, just one.
Do you believe that indoor cats, keeping cats like indoors, is like a thing that's good for indoor cats? Like my cat wants to desperately go outside, but when we adopted it, didn't have its front claws. Doesn't have,
right.
You know what I mean? Like if it got attacked, it couldn't climb a tree.
I mean, it's the right thing to do. And if the dummy wants to go outside and freeze to death and get eaten by a dog, go ahead.
It has been out. We've let it outside before, not on purpose. It's accidentally gotten outside. It comes back to our Gary, our black cat, comes back. But I just feel like being trapped in a house for 20 years is pretty cruel.
Let him out then.
Okay.
What do you want me to do? I gave you my answer. Keep him inside, protect him, keep him safe. But if you want to send him outside to die, go ahead, jackass. Be my guest. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Rush on over to Andy Moore Ford during the year-end sales event. Save over
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Yeah, I'm Nigel. That's Hammer. I a couple of weeks ago interviewed Alex Marlowe, who is the longtime editor-in-chief of Breitbart.com and a longtime friend of this show, even dating back to before us, way before us. He's been calling into WIBC, and I asked him, we were kind of doing a year-end review, and I asked him what, like, the biggest L the Dems have taken this year. And I said the Schumer shutdown was probably one of the biggest L's. Kind of agreed with that, but he said, like, overall big picture, the big L is coming in 2028. They don't have anybody on their bench to run against whoever is going to run against J.D. Vance.
So he doesn't believe that Gavin Newsom or AOC or Jasmine Crockett have a chance?
He thinks they're all disasters.
Well, they're disasters, but can they be elected?
Not against the power that the Republicans have, no matter what happens in the midterms.
And that's assuming that it's J.D. Vance. Most people feel like he's the next in line, the vice president.
Who else? Was it Rubio? Are people saying Rubio?
Well, a lot of people want Vance and Rubio to be the ticket.
Right.
But Rubio might want to try to take the reins himself. We're hearing Ted Cruz. He wants to kind of take those Nikki Haley voters, those Republicans who don't like Trump.
It didn't work the last time.
And try to make a run at it. But I don't know if that's going to work or not.
But generally, Hammer, who would you say, forget about 2028 for a second, who is the face of the Democratic Party right now? Is it Bernie Sanders? Is it Chuck Schumer? No.
I think it's AOC. I think when AOC decides she wants to do something or say something or get attention, she's the one that gets all the eyeballs.
It's not Gavin Newsom, the
I don't
governor
think it's
of California?
Gavin. I don't. Now, others feel differently. Some people might say it's Gavin. Scott Jennings, for an example, on CNN, he feels like it's Texas Rep. Jasmine Crockett.
She cannot win a general election, but can she win a Democratic primary? Yes, because that's what the base of the Democratic Party wants. Jasmine Crockett's the smartest Democrat in Congress. She's the one who's on TV the most. She's their leader. She is the face of the Democratic Party. She is going to beat Tallarico in Texas, I think. That's who all the establishment Democrat political operatives want. They want this guy. The Democratic base wants Crockett. They want someone who portrays herself and their party in the way that she does on cable news 24 hours a day, or the way that she does on social media. The reason people in Dallas don't hear from Crockett is because they aren't her constituents. Her constituents are people on TikTok, people on Instagram, people in the newsrooms. Her constituents have nothing to do with the people she represents. I mean, she lives in this fantasy online world, and she also lives in a world where you can say anything, whether it's true or not, and then deny everything you said, even though you did say it. It's very embarrassing, but for some reason, Democrats have embraced this communication style as their future. And so I actually think she's going to win that primary. I think she's going to get beat in the general election. But for Republicans, I think we ought to just be honest about it. Jasmine Crockett is the smartest Democrat, the leader of the Democrats, and that is basically the embodiment of their party platform right now.
So you and the Republican there, Scott Jennings from CNN, their conservative spokesman, disagree.
I do. I think Jasmine Crockett is the JV version of AOC.
Man, I do too. I just think she's an ignoramus.
And listen, nobody's confusing AOC for a rocket scientist, but she's been doing this a little
smart,
longer.
And she's a fundraising animal.
Right. She'll raise more money. And if it were toe-to-toe, right, if you had AOC at one end of the Applebee's bar and Jasmine Crockett at the other end of the Applebee's bar, who are more people going to gravitate toward? I think it's AOC. That's my Applebee's poll. That's how I know that AOC is above Jasmine Crockett.
We're going to have to start using that more often. That's going to have to become a staple of the Hammer and Nigel show. That's my Applebee's poll.
It is. But since we're talking about her, since Scott Jennings feels like she's the face, how about we do great moments in Jasmine Crockett history? Here's some folksy racism.
So I had to go around grins.
Right.
The fact is, ain't none of y'all trying to go and farm right now. You're not. We done picking cotton. We are. You can't pay us enough to find a plantation.
So immigrants, we need them so they can pick our cotton. Okay.
Open the floodgates. Cotton needs picking. Is that the way, and maybe somebody on the stream could tell us, are we still having human beings out in the fields with their hands in a bag, sticking their hands in these plants and picking out the cotton balls and putting in or is there a more sophisticated?
Right out of her ass.
We right now have a white supremacist that is sitting in the White House.
Mm-hmm.
He is backed up by other white supremacists. And if you really want to know who the criminals are in this country, you can Google it. You don't have to trust me. But the people that commit 80% of the most violent crimes in this country are white supremacists.
Whoa, hey.
80%?
80%
I don't
of the most violent crimes in America by white supremacists. Jasmine, I did Google that, and you're full of crap.
And telling somebody to Google it is not an argument.
Unless you're Kurt Signetti. Then it's the truth. Then it's the truth.
I did not see that one coming. You're exactly right.
He wins. Google him. Nige, for the second time this week.
Yes.
Let's check in with wheeling, dealing, hair sniffing, kiss stealing Joe Biden.
I got hairy legs. Take a test where you're taking cocaine. Come on, man. You ain't black.
Nige, would you like to hear about a horrible book?
Yeah, I believe Kamala Harris is coming to promote hers in February here in Central Indy.
Joe Biden has just secured a $10 million deal for his upcoming presidential memoir. $10 million.
Oh, wow. That's nothing compared to what he was getting when Hunter Biden was involved in his administration in the Ukraine.
Right.
Burisma, yeah.
But $10 million. Are
you serious?
He is never going to sell enough books to get that cost back, right? This is just money laundering at this point. It's right out there in the open, in your face. Here's $10 million up front, Joe Biden. I'm sure we'll get this back on your horrible book, wink, wink. But if it happens to go pay off some debts, put me into favor with somebody, bada bing, bada boom. Let's do some business here. It's straight up money laundering. That's all of these dim books. It's Kamala Harris's horrible book. It's Joe Biden's horrible book. And here now to tell us more about what's inside this horrible book, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, AI Joe Biden.
Hey, buttholes. It's me, Joe. Joe Exotic. Anyway, I'm excited for a new book. There are going to be awesome things in it. Pages to color, pictures of naked ladies, and a few blank pages with drool, and it's also scratch and sniff. Some of the pages will smell like children's hair. The rest will smell like my diaper after eating a spicy cup of chili.
Oh,
I forgot to tell you the best part. The best part of my book is, I forgot. Anyway, I have some Matlock to watch. AI Biden out.
It's AI Joe Biden telling us all about his new book.
Can I just do a piece of trivia here? When you say horrible book, that is a reference to something that Donald Trump said about an opponent a number of years ago in his book that he put out. Can you name me right now off the top of your head?
Oh, it was a Tennessee,
and his horrible book.
Tennessee congressman.
Arizona. And his horrible book.
Who was it?
Jeff Flake.
Jeff Flake, that's right. Jeff Flake and his horrible book. Damn it. I forgot about Jeff Flake.
And now he's at least he was the ambassador to Turkey. I don't know if he's still in. I don't know if Trump has him in his administration or not now.
Is he still putting out horrible books?
But that was, I love the reference to the horrible book. It all goes back to Jeff Flake.
Before we hit a break here, Merriam-Webster's, they've announced the word of the year. The dictionary people have announced that their 2025 word of the year is slop. S-L-O-P, slop. They define it as digital content of low quality that's produced by means of AI. So, hey, guilty as charged. I put some slop out there.
No, hell, well, I mean, besides, AI of me twerking shirtless and making out with Whoopi Goldberg. You put that out there.
Allison humping the Grinch. We've put that out there. Yeah, we've done our fair share of slop, if you sit back and think about it, which brings us to great moments in slop history.
Okay.
Speaking of Donald Trump, Nige, there was another individual that warranted a nickname.
How about Sloppy Chris Christie says he only built 50 miles of border wall? What a loser he is, by the way. He suffers from Trump derangement syndrome. Worse, I think maybe worse than any Democrat.
Sloppy Chris Christie. Great moments in slop history. The cafeteria scene in Billy Madison.
There you go.
Sloppy Joes. I made them extra sloppy for you. I know how you kids like them sloppy.
Lady, you're scaring us.
Great moments in slop history on the Hammer and Nigel show.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
We're almost there. 38 more thumbs up on YouTube, and we can go back and tell all the 20-year-olds that are afraid of alcohol, afraid of boobies in the back, and give them 2 middle fingers. Just 38 more likes on the WIBC YouTube feed, and we get to go back and do a good old-fashioned DX crotch chop to the 20-year-old numbnuts in our digital department.
Oh, my God, boobies! Ah!
A beer!
Ah!
That's exactly what they sound like. Right now, we are looking at 42 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center. And I think what we need to get us back into the Christmas spirit is a good old-fashioned, God-fearing holiday memory with the First Lady of WIBC, the lovely Terry Stacy.
I must be low on Christmas spirit.
Holiday Memories with Terry Stacy.
It wasn't until I was, about 24 years old that I learned that the eggnog my mom made wasn't supposed to include peyote.
And this has been Holiday Memories with Terry Stacy.
It's a very unique ingredient that they...
I mean, I'd like to try it.
Let's not rule anything out here.
Why did you say it wasn't supposed to? You don't know that.
We got to have peyote. Over 1,400 couples in Washington, D.C. broke the world record for most couples kissing under the mistletoe at the same time, Nige.
God.
Here is the man that helped organize the event.
We are calling all couples to make history with us right in the heart of downtown DC.
History
is a larger-than-life art installation that includes 600-pound.
Okay, stop right there.
You could have stopped it. We're going to make history having the most people kiss under a giant mistletoe. Shut up.
That's something the 20-year-olds in the back would say. That's something the no good, rotten digital people that feel like they know everything, but they don't own their own home, they don't own their own car, they don't have a pot to pee in. That's what our digital kids would say. Hey, let's call it Kistery. Shut up. Please, for the love of all holy, get us 38 more likes so we can go back there and throw something at them.
So I'm a customer of Premier Weight Loss.
About the Brown University shooting, Providence, Rhode Island area, the more devastating it is. The investigation is still going on. They don't have an assailant. They have not made an arrest. The people that were killed were just a young woman who was a Christian, who was the head of a Republican club, and also an immigrant that was here for a better life. And there's no answers.
It's also okay to say that the investigation has been a train wreck so far.
I guess
it's fair to say that too, because Brown officials refusing to say what the shooter yelled before the massacre. Now, keep in mind, multiple witnesses have spoke to the media on camera, on radio, and stated that the shooter yelled Allahu Akbar. But yet the Brown University officials, because heaven forbid they hurt somebody's feelings, are refusing to say that. And if you officially put that out there, I feel like that would help in the investigation. Maybe instead of looking for somebody that has Christian values or somebody of some other religion, you start looking specifically for somebody in the Muslim faith. Here's a little bit of the press conference that the police did where they were very careful not to give you really pertinent information.
Now, there's a report the shooter yelled something right before his shot came in. Can you tell us what that was?
Yeah, it's part of the investigation, John.
Part of the investigation, John. Well, no kidding. It's part of the investigation. But tell us what he said. Are we looking for somebody of Muslim faith, or are we looking for Clay Aiken? There's a big difference here. Also, why was an all clear declared when no arrest was made? Because at one point on the campus, an all clear was given for students to come out.
What a disaster.
In no way should there have been an all clear.
No, it should have been stay in place.
There's a $50,000 reward out for somebody they believe to be armed and dangerous. In no way is that an all clear. Who made that call, and do they still have a job? Also, the president of Brown denying that any web pages of students or faculties have been scrubbed from the internet. Now, the reason this is important is that there's speculation that Brown University scrubbed the web page of an individual that is a Free Palestine LGBTQ activist.
Okay.
But they won't admit to it, although people have screenshots on social media. Here's the Brown University president acting like she knows nothing about it.
Believe some web pages for students or faculty have been taken down. Is that a response to any external threats to anyone in the community?
We have been working very closely with law enforcement to provide them with all of the internal to Brown information that they need to do this investigation. It's their investigation. They're the professionals. So we're providing information. We're not in the job of reviewing it for them. I know nothing about web pages being taken down as part of this. It's the first I've heard of it.
So nobody knows anything, and the shooter's still at large. Shooter, maybe it's shooters, plural. I don't know.
And you know, the people asking these questions, it's not like it's Ben Shapiro or Tucker Carlson or Candace Owens. These are local on-the-ground reporters that want to know the basic details. And they're trying to deliver those details to their audience, to the people that want to know what's going on. And she's still deflecting. Not deflecting, but they know more than they're saying, I feel like. And the Allahu Akbar stuff, wow.
I mean, just admit it.
Witnesses say he shouted Allahu Akbar.
Right.
If that's the case, this is a targeted thing.
And listen, I get you can't have cameras everywhere on this campus, but this is an Ivy League school. It's one of the most expensive schools in the country. Brown is. It's in the same conference with like Harvard and Cornell and Princeton. And I'm being told that the area where the shooting took place was a massive blind spot. There should be no massive blind spots anywhere. Even if you can get just a little bit a video. That probably helps in this process.
Who goes into the housing of the School of Engineering and Physics department and starts to open fire without a motive?
Right.
I don't get that, and I feel like they are hiding things from us. And that clip you said that you played with the Aloe Akbar is just amazing.
And who gave the all clear? Like, if I had a son or a daughter that went to Brown, and they went out to get something to eat that night because they had been told, hey, everything's all clear.
Oh, yeah. Let's
Everything
go
was
to
not
McDonald's.
all clear. They had no idea who this person is. They still don't. Now, some new stills came out today. You can find those on social media. They're a little grainy. They're kind of tough to see, but it's better than nothing. But in no way was there an all clear that should have been given on that campus. Nigel, do you know who Jennifer Welch is? This lunatic left-wing podcaster. Have you heard of Jennifer Welch?
Witch.
Yes, that's pretty much her.
With the W, I would, like to replace the W with the B, but,
She has a horrible podcast. Just a nut, just a lunatic.
Yeah, she is extremely left, progressive, crazy.
She was talking about toxicity in American politics. Now, keep in mind, this ass bag has said some of the most reprehensible things imaginable about people like Charlie Kirk and Rush Limbaugh in the past.
Yeah.
But now she feels like, well, because a few people, Donald Trump, criticized Rob Reiner, we need to tone things down.
Then you have these propaganda arms that instead of focusing on ways that we can advance and progress as a country, they're attacking other Americans.
Or find common ground, right?
Yeah.
Right. And yeah, it's really gotten
this is
bad.
really a new
Toxic.
Yeah, it's really, really toxic.
Again, this podcaster, this left-wing podcaster, Jennifer Welch, is awful. I mean, just says the most heinous things against Republicans, Trump supporters, Charlie Kirk.
Here's what she had to say about Charlie Kirk's assassination. She basically said he had it coming.
He's the one that said on tape that if school kids die, but it means he gets to have a Second Amendment, then that's what it's going to be. He's the one that justified it. And I believe at the time of shooting, he was talking about gun violence at the time.
Oh, okay, so he deserved to die. Okay.
So it's okay to criticize Charlie Kirk, but it's not okay for Donald Trump to criticize Rob Reiner.
Yeah.
You can't have it both ways.
Right.
If you want to say, I'm all right with everything or I'm offended by both, at least you'd be consistent. This is the same woman that called White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller. You see him on Fox a lot. The real smart, bald, just total nerdy guy, but he knows his stuff. She called him the Nazi Jew. This is the same woman that said all of those things, but now she's all butthurt.
She's got an audience, man. She's got an audience and a platform.
And that's the current Democrat Party.
Why we're talking about her.
People are predicting that these American traditions, Nige, will fade away in the coming decades. Tell me if you agree or disagree.
Okay.
Class reunions. People say social media have made these things irrelevant. I have to put one together for my 1996 class next year.
Have you been to a class reunion?
I've been to a couple. I'm the president of my class, so I have to put them together. So next year
you've been to multiple class reunions?
We did a 10-year,
Really?
we did a 20, and we're about to do a 30.
Wow.
So
no,
that's
we
next
haven't
year.
done any of that. And yes, I would say social media. I mean, everybody knows what everybody else is doing on social media, on Facebook.
And half these people have deleted me as their friend anyway because they don't like my politics. So it's going to be real fun to see them face to face.
I love it.
Trick-or-treating. They say trick-or-treating might be fading
Shut
away
up.
in decades. The door-to-door version. Because they say, one, too many weirdos out there, and two, trunk-or-treating and big events have taken place.
No. That's not disappearing. Trust me.
Did you have a big turnout this year? Because I didn't.
Huge.
See, I had a bad turnout.
In our neighborhood, it was pretty big. It was pretty big. Now, like, even the COVID year, for God's sake, it was bigger than ever. People would camp out on the edge of their driveways and just put the candy out on a table that they would take out there. It was more efficient and quick.
We had full-size candy bars, and we still had a bad turnout in our neighborhood,
Yeah,
man.
sorry about that.
But here's another example of why trick-or-treating may be going away.
Police in St. Johnsbury wrapped up their investigation into a smelly Halloween mystery. They tell us a kid didn't get a treat, they got a bag of poop.
That is another example of why trick-or-treating may be going away.
I understand that. Okay.
Black Friday. I mean, it's almost already dead, but online shopping has kind of made Black Friday irrelevant. And this last one, as much as you will defend trick-or-treating, I will defend this one. Backyard fireworks on the 4th of July.
No way.
People are saying, you know what?
No way.
Fireworks are getting expensive. Most neighborhoods have some sort of show or a park or somewhere you can go to watch the fireworks. Well, not me. I put on a better show than most parks.
Hell
I put on
yeah.
a better show than most communities.
Hell yeah.
And here to back up my claims, Wheelchair Terry.
Hey, hold on. Bag up, Terry. Put it in reverse, Terry. Put it in reverse. Oh, Lord. Lord, Jesus. Oh, Lord. Oh, Jesus. What you doing, Terry?
What you doing, Terry? That trend is not going away.
Poor Wheelchair Terry. Why did you let him light the fireworks? Whose idea was that? Brown University's? Matt Bear standing by with a look at the roads.
Southside crash, eastbound 465 after the I-65 interchange. And it's blocking the center lane, causing stop traffic back to Bluff Road. Delayed time at 36 minutes. Eastbound 70 delayed 6 minutes. Belmont to the South Split. Inbound 65 6-minute delay 29th to Meridian. Westbound 70 stop and go rural to the North Split. Southbound 65 70 delayed 10 minutes from the North Split to the South Split. East side southbound 465 stopped for an 11-minute delay 72 74. And it's a crash on the north side, Meridian at 96th. Traffic sponsored by Staples. Have an easy holiday at Staples. Save on Tom Tech and gaming gifts, shipping supplies and services to get your packages there safely, even custom cards and wrapping paper. Staples. That was easy. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Couple things here. Number one, it's 41 at the American Standard Heating Weather Center.
Not bad.
Number two, David tweets at us. The stream has been a train wreck for the last 10 minutes.
Oh, no.
David, I don't know what to tell you. We're dealing with a lot of stuff going on over here. We've changed buildings. Our engineer team, they're putting out 1 million fires left and right. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not an engineer. Hopefully we'll get it fixed. Hopefully it'll be better here in the next couple of weeks or so. And lastly, we're 5 thumbs up away from hitting 200 on YouTube.
Oh, that's all?
Just 5 more. So get your happy rear ends over to the WIBC YouTube feed. Give us a like. Give us a thumbs up. If you're having a good time, if you're glad the weather's a little warmer, and let's do a fun round of Are You Okay With This next. Hate it.
Love it. I know you do.
Overrated.
Yeah, you're ignorant.
Who's this brought to you by?
Window Nation. Window Nation's end-of-year sale is your chance to save big with 50% off all window styles. Hammer plus 0% financing for 5 years. Sale ends soon, so visit windownation.com now to get started. Okay, Whoopi Goldberg.
Nope. Not okay with this.
She's very upset Donald Trump for his post about Rob Reiner's death. Let's go ahead and hear what Whoopi had to say about Donald Trump and Rob Reiner's comments.
There is no justification for him to have written what he wrote. There's no way to justify it. And all of those Republicans who are quiet, damn you all.
You're like,
damn you all.
So basically, I mean, if you're not familiar with what Donald Trump said on his True Social post, it was basically that Rob Reiner had Trump derangement syndrome, spent years disparaging Donald Trump on social media, and Trump brought that up. I mean, he said, you know, God bless Rob Reiner and his wife, feel sorry for him, but you know, they died of Trump derangement syndrome when actually it was a stabbing of their son. Are you okay with this? Are you okay with Whoopi?
Is there
Goldberg?
an option where I don't care? Like, am I a bad person because I just don't care?
Right.
I don't care what Trump has to say about Rob Reiner.
Right.
I don't care what Rob Reiner had to say about Rush Limbaugh.
I know.
I just don't. I'm not friends with these people. I don't care. Some people, even people on this radio station, are flabbergasted, and they feel like this is going to hurt Donald Trump in the midterms. If you're the kind of person that's going to go vote and think to yourself, well, I was going to vote on the economy and national security, but boy, that mean tweet just rubbed me the wrong way. Do us all a favor and walk your goofy ass into oncoming traffic and don't vote. Now, again, for context here, this is what Rob Reiner and his wife said about Trump when they were doing something at the southern border.
There is no crisis except for the one that Donald Trump created.
Yeah.
There is no crisis here. But he created one, and clearly all he's interested in at this point, let's cut to the chase. This is about racism. This is pure and simple racism.
Secure
That's all
border.
this is. He's hoping that the people who support him will be ginned up and running to the polls to make sure that brown people don't come into
They
America.
follow the exact pattern that Hitler has. I hate to say it with the propaganda.
Okay, stop it right
Even
there.
down.
Yeah.
So it's racist. He's Hitler. There's no problem at the southern border.
I don't think I have a I had a change of heart about this. I don't care that Donald Trump has an opinion one way or the other. Maybe he shouldn't have even known who Rob Reiner was, but I don't care that he wasn't exactly gracious.
Right.
Upon learning of his death.
And as for Whoopi Goldberg, I'm old enough to remember when Rush Limbaugh passed away, all those chicken heads on her show were doing a victory lap.
He just normalized hatred. He normalized racism.
I was not a fan at all of Rush Limbaugh. I think he paved the way for political extremism.
I'm hoping that his legacy will be the return of the fairness doctrine. The fairness doctrine
okay, you can stop it there.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It's the exact same thing. And they never give any examples either, by the way.
Never.
When they say that stuff.
So it's not that I'm not okay with this. I don't care about any of it. Let's break down and have a look at the news.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
What President Trump has in store for your nightfall: partly cloudy, and it's 47 degrees in Indy. Tonight's lows in the upper 30s. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 5:30. Trump is going to address the nation tonight at 9. When he was asked about it, Trump said today's message is, "We inherited a mess and we've done a great job," and said that the country will be stronger than ever before. The suspect who shot 11 people at Brown University
not James Earl Jones, this weird indication that he had been in support of all of these far left-leaning pro-terror activities and organizations, the same language. The university scrubbed all of his information, and then we saw the president of the university, Christina Paxson, say she had no idea what was going on, and then the Attorney General of Rhode Island say he did know what was going on. It's very strange stuff. Brown University has tried to say that he both is and isn't a person of interest, which that's not Brown's job to do. That would be the police department who issues those statements, not some overweight single secretary tweeting from her apartment.
Well, some of those folks, they have good hearts, Tonis, and I've taken some of those home in my earlier days, so you got to leave them alone.
Cholesterol, she doesn't.
Hey, tonight, Donald Trump's going to be delivering a prime time address. Now, Tucker Carlson went on social media earlier and said there could be a declaration of war in some capacity tonight. What have you heard? What are we going to get tonight?
I mean, if we're talking about what I've heard, it's probably Tucker Carlson's crazy laugh. But do I think there's going to be a declaration of war tonight? No. I think that Trump is probably going to come out and tout some successes. It's the end of the year. I'm looking at some of we reached out to some people in Congress too. There was a closed door meeting in the Senate today. He's going to mention a blockade in Venezuela, almost certainly. He's not going to declare a ground war in Venezuela.
Yeah.
As much as I'd love to shave my beard and put on the uniform, I don't think that's happening.
So it's more of I mean, they're already doing the blockade, right, of oil coming in and out, or at least into Venezuela and then coming back out. Venezuela, I mean, that's how they get by. That's like 95% of their income is the exporting of oil. And when Donald Trump is messing with that, that's a big problem.
Absolutely. And again, we've had sanctions on several key industries in Venezuelan oil with their buyers, not necessarily with the supplier, Venezuela. Venezuela also can't refine their own oil because their people burnt down the refineries, because that's what a skilled and industrious people do.
Oh.
So I mean, goodness gracious. The other 5% of that economy, Nigel, as we all know, is human and drug trafficking, as all good, sweet, lovely children of God do. So, I mean, it's just a massive mess. But if it's not solved, it will grow worse. I mean, this kind of narco-terrorism is a cancer.
Tony Kinnett, investigative reporter with the Daily Signal and host of the Tony Kinnett Cast, joining us. Tony, one more thing on Trump here. Nigel and I were just talking about the Rob Reiner statement, the post that he put out on Truth Social that everybody's fired up about. Am I a horrible person because I just don't care one way or the other? If Trump wants to crap on Reiner, go ahead. If Reiner wanted to crap on Charlie Kirk or Trump, it doesn't affect me. Does that make sense?
It does. And I think that a couple of things can be true here. So I'm infinitely more angry at Susie Wiles than I am at Trump's Reiner tweet. Was it necessary? No, but Donald Trump, about once every 2 months, he steps on a rake on social media, right? Well, I'm annoyed at the Rapid Response account, who I know who runs that account. And yes, I have reached out to him and called him the thing that people call Tim Walz when they drive by his house.
Sure.
For reposting that Truth Social post, because it's just unnecessary. But am I mad at Trump over it? No. I mean, again, people do things that are unnecessary all the time. I mean, look how many seasons Glee lasted. So, I mean, honestly, I don't care. Susie Wiles sitting down with Vanity Fair for 11 interviews. Yeah, that I'm pretty pissed about.
Yeah, you're talking about Donald Trump's chief of staff. And I think several of Trump's people did that with Vanity Fair, did they?
Yeah, but she's the gatekeeper. I mean, she's
she's
the wolf,
powerful.
You know,
very powerful.
And she iced out media all the time. And I'm going to be honest, the reason Susie Wiles let Vanity Fair in is because she's the first woman chief of staff. You go, girl.
Yeah.
And she likes getting her butt kissed on being historic. I'm sorry, that is the verifiable truth, and it bit her in the butt. I mean, someone came up to me in D.C. today and said, hey, can I stab you 11 times? And you guys know what? I said no. That's how you treat Vanity Fair. You don't go, yeah, stab away. I'll enjoy it. I'm sure you'll be fine this time. Stupid.
One more thing. I want to go back to something we were talking about a second ago, the Trump statement on Rob Reiner. does that hurt him in the midterms at all? I've heard this argument. I find that argument to be ridiculous, that anybody would actually put their vote in regards to what a tweet would say over national security or the economy. But is it going to hurt in the midterms?
No. The reason it's not is because we've all seen the scene in Home Alone where Kevin is called a disease and awful and les incompetents by his older siblings. And it brushes off after you've seen it the 800th time. I mean, it's, his siblings insult him. Donald Trump insults people. More at 11. I mean, that, again, does it mean that it was a good move? No, but is this the beginning of the end? No. I mean, Trump is very crass and rough kind of a guy. I didn't elect Jesus to president of the United States. I elected an angry New York realtor.
Right. One more thing here, Tony, before we let you go. Again, Tony Kinnett with us. Scott Jennings, who you've interviewed, I'm a fan of.
Man.
He says
CNN.
that Jasmine Crockett is the face of the Democratic Party right now. You claim it's AOC. I'm kind of with you. I feel like it's AOC. I think Crockett is the JV version of AOC. Who do you think is the face of the Dems?
So AOC can sound smart. Crockett can't. You need all demographics. And Jasmine Crockett can get out there and ask as many questions as she likes. But that kind of behavior, the fake Friday accent, is not going to get people to vote the F out. It's not going to work. That's not going to rally voters. And that's why AOC, who got out today and said, I'm beating J.D. Vance in a presidential poll, confirming that some of us, in fact, do predict things quite far into the future. Crockett can put a sentence together every once in a while. AOC can fake it, probably with sentences, too.
What's coming up on your big show tonight, Tony?
Well, here in Washington, I've been looking into all of these political and religious terror attacks that have popped up in the last 96 hours, more than we have seen in about 15 years in this span of time. We're going to talk about it, and also hopefully denaturalizing and deporting Ilhan Omar and her brother husband and her nephew son.
That is a tease, and that's coming up tonight here at 93 WIBC.
Husband.
Tonis, great job, my friend. We'll talk soon.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Indy's most iconic dining
Southport Road, and that is blocking a center lane, causing stop-and-go traffic back to Stop 11 Road. Eastbound 465 south side, a breakdown before Emerson Avenue, Beach Grove, blocking the center lane, causing stop traffic back to I-69, a 48-minute delay. Inbound 65 delayed 6 minutes, 29th to Meridian. Eastbound 78-minute delay, Belmont to the south split. Crash Cold Spring Road at 38th. Traffic sponsored by Pierce Jewelers in Carmel this Christmas. Kevin C. Pierce Jewelers stunning showcase full of spectacular designs, and be dazzled by their one-of-a-kind collection on fine jewelry. Shop local, shop smart. Shop Pierce Jewelers. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
I think we're better now. A little better anyway.
Yeah.
41
You
at the
think?
American Standard Heating Weather Center. Still here a little, bit, but it's, hey, beggars can't be choosers at this point. We've had a pretty busy day in the world of AI, Nige.
Yes.
The White House has announced they're going to have like some sort of AI task force. Okay. I feel like I should apply for that gig.
You should.
We heard earlier from AI President Trump. Now, maybe you'll hear from him again coming up here at 6 o'clock. We had a phone call from the AI president. The former president, AI Biden, was also on our program today.
That was stellar.
So I feel like there's one more AI person we haven't heard from yet.
Who's that?
Here to recap what went on with her 4.5-hour meeting with Erica Kirk just the other day. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome AI Candace Owens.
All you guys want to know what happened during my meeting with Erica, so here it goes. We met in Nashville because I didn't want to fly anywhere and have my plane shut down by Israel, so I told her to come here instead. She gets here, and first thing she does is she gives me some homemade cookies. And I'm like, bitch, I ain't eating those poisoned chocolate chip cookies. She tried to poison me. Anyway, I'm still alive after almost dying from the poisoned Israeli cookies. And we start talking. Then you're not going to believe what happened next. The waiter asks us if we want something to drink, but he's wearing the Star of David. So I'm like, I ain't about to drink no poisons lemonade from you, you Mossad agent. So anyway, I almost die again from Israeli lemonade poisoning. And Erica is like, I'll just have some water, please, which is obviously code for, you better kill this right now. Am I right? So we talk, and she tells me I'm acting crazy or whatever. So I asked her to show me pictures of her of when she was younger. And she's like, why? So I'm like, oh my God, she doesn't have any. So I just discovered she's actually a man, and I'm now talking to this man who's probably an Israeli spy sent here to kill me. So I get up, I go to the bathroom, I dig a hole under the like El Chapo, and I finally made it back to tell you guys the story and get paid millions by YouTube to keep you guys stupid and against Trump and Turning Point, because I'm just a piece of shit.
Oh, wow.
That's the first appearance of AI Candace Owens on the show.
My goodness. Yeah, the summit between Candace Owens and Erica Kirk.
So again, tonight for the big primetime address, the key words are coyotes and bad hombres.
Yes.
Hombres. We'll settle for hombres. I hope we get a bad in front of it.
Yeah.
But if we hear either one of those, hombres or coyotes,
Let's hop on and do a shot.
we will jump on social media, do a live shot with all of you. So make sure you're following us at Hammer and Nigel, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Another hour to go. Come on back.
Yeah, guys, I know you've heard of TRT, but you have no idea what testosterone can do.